Can you hear me, love? Can you give me a sign? What is it? Please, tell me what it takes. I just need to know you're okay. To know that you're still with me. I only wish to save you. I know I've become harsher these days. Is this my punishment? Is this why things have turned out this way? Sometimes I wonder, is it some kind of laughing face of fate that led me to this? Or is it just that things were going too well, and there was bound to be something? Are you proud of me, my love? Or are you disappointed? Am I your hero or just a villain? Sometimes I wonder, what seemed outlandish before now seems so close to home. I need to know. And I've considered something I never should. Something I was never meant to. And yet I had no choice. Just a few days back, it all came to fruition. The burning agony of failure. As you know, I can see you can hear me. I can feel it. But I know part of what's ailing you. And while I don't have a perfect solution yet, I need you to trust me. Believe that I'm doing the most I can. Instead of curing, I've thought of something else. I only hope that my efforts are not impossible, not something that is too forlorn or takes something away from you. I would be too distraught to think the world is such a place that I would have to resort to this. But love, you should know more than anyone. I may have sold my soul, but it's to get you back. It's to make things right. Now, in our darkest hour, I want you to hold my hand. It may not be perfect, but trust me, we'll get you to feel better. I swear on my life, on my absolute everything, I cannot live in a world without you, and I will tear it down. I sage your cataclysm. I'll show them what hell on earth really is. And if I find out who did this to you, then I will show them the pain they've caused firsthand. I'd like to consider myself the sweet hero who is your husband. But I'm afraid I'm only half him. The most of me still struggles between man and monster. But it's for a good cause. One that I can't afford to stop halfway. But you already knew that. My love, don't worry about the details. Just leave it to me. I will save you. Shigaraki, what do we need to do?
Now, there's no need for you to rush to talk to me. Oh, buddy, old pal, I'm going to fix them up. Just for you. But I need to know, what are you planning? After we do this, let's say everything doesn't go peachy keen, then what happens?
That isn't an option. We have to save them. Or else.
I think I get the gist of it. Though you're not making this too easy for me. Good thing I like a challenge. But I'll warn you, it's probably 50-50, success to failure. But I don't know what failing and succeeding will mean. So it's kind of up in the air what this extra bonus level's gonna look like. Now the real question is, what do we do to avoid that game over? I assume the condition would be, well, they stop ticking.
Don't even joke about that.
Oh, come on. I gotta be realistic and...
Don't say another word.
All right, I get it. I'm not here to piss you off. I'm here to help you. So don't go threatening your friend who's doing it over the goodness of his heart. Unless you'd want me to go and leave it to you instead.
No. Please forgive me. I let my darker tendencies get the best of me. I'm used to forcing things and I just...
You don't need to explain it to me. We're buddies. That's all that matters. The world is much better with friends, you know? And loves too. Now, let's get on with it. Move them into the wheelchair and we can be off to my lovely little facility. Kurogiri, if you would prepare things for us.
As you wish, Tomura Shigaraki. There is much I have to question, but this is hardly a favor worth what you did to save Amelia.
Don't worry about it. Be my friend if you want to pay me back. Money's not really my thing.
Then I shall do my best, now until the end of the world.
That's more like it. And right in place. Please don't mind me. It won't be a bumpy ride, I promise. Provided Kurogiri doesn't mess up.
I wouldn't dream of it. You already know. I am very prideful on my quirk manipulation.
Good. Now, would you like to wheel the patient?
We're going to save you. I promise. I won't go back on that. No matter what.
What a cute scene. You're gonna make me work just twice as hard. And blush while I'm at it.
Now's not the time for jokes, Shigaraki.
I'm not joking. You're a cute couple, really. Wouldn't you say, Kurogiri?
Why, yes. They remind me of myself those many years before.
Good. Then we're practically a happy family. Now, once this is done, we'll get to the real tricky part. In you go.
Let's go, darling.
And here we are. It's not the fanciest operating room, but it's something. Now, let's not waste any more time. We don't know how much we got.
Yes. Please take care of things.
Of course. I wouldn't want you to be let down. That's even worse than fail. That's like getting PK'd out of a best buddy. I couldn't handle that. It's just too sad. Don't you think? Wouldn't you be sad if you lost me?
Let's focus, Tomura. And I suppose so. But that's not the point right now.
Yes. Problem at hand. Sometimes I let my, wandering mind get the best of me. Instead, let's put it to the test, shall we? Now, if you want everything to go well, I suggest you stay quiet and out of my way, best buddy. Trust me, if I could use your help, I'll let...
Could you perhaps let me know what you're planning to do to them?
Why, of course. I'm just going to be using the best things I know. First of all, something that will work sort of like a targeted poison. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't freak out on me. We're dealing with an adaptive virus here, like a poison, but it's a poison that changes. It seems at each turn to predict, to have intelligence almost, which leads me to believe we're dealing with something more, something quirk-related.
You can't be serious. You mean all this time, it's been done intentionally? From the very start, not only conveyed, but made and... I understand.
No, I don't think you do. Now, understand it's not easy for me to say this, but there's a lot to it. There's some air of complications, things that could go horribly wrong, that I of course won't let go wrong because I don't want to disappoint my buddy. Now, pay close attention to what I'm gonna tell you. It's incredibly important.
Yes? What is it?
This surgery, whether it goes well or doesn't, is going to depend mostly on them. You have to believe in them and give them your strength. What I need from you is blood. Now, how much? That's going to depend on how messy it gets. I don't mean to scare you, but it could be dangerous. If you don't, we may be out of luck. Sadly, my blood due to my quirk has strange properties. So I can't just give any of my own.
Understood. Take as much as you need. So long as they survive, I don't care.
Well, I never said it was, fatal. I mean, it's possible, but as long as I don't, crisscross this or do something bad here, we should be okay.
Then do what you have to do.
Well, I guess I should be honest, I'm a bit nervous. I'm kind of underleveled for this content, and it makes me think I should gear up before I try, but we don't have the time now, do we? It's a limited event, and we gotta score maximum points before it ends. Otherwise, it's never coming back. I don't mean to say that in a bad way, but it's quite complicated. You see, I gotta get the tank into position, and if the healer misses a single heal, well, then they could die, and then we have to res them, and it digs deep into the mana pool, and... Oh, I guess you wouldn't understand. I simplify everything medically to be, well, video game terms. But I'm sure you already knew that. You know me so well, buddy. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to do some heavy DPSing on this. Not maliciously. We're going to try and target the bad and get only the good to survive. Now, if there's a few mutations, you must forgive me. I might have to alter quirks here or there, but that was never a problem in the first place, right? As long as the results are good, then if they're a little different, you know, it's okay, right?
What do you mean?
Well, I have a few contingency plans, all of which need me to make them a little bit more super than human. Get my drift?
Kind of, but what are you saying? Changing them? You can't change, not them.
Cool your jets there, lover boy. You, Mr. Husband, will not have to worry about some kind of disfigured mess. Now, personally, between you and me, they might just have a different nature about them. Not every drug and procedure goes without side effects, you see. Now, do you want me to do my work or not? Trust me.
I don't have much else I can say. Do what needs to be done. I'll be here. Giving blood.
Such a brave one you are. And honestly, I admire it. You'd make one of the best tanks if only you were more durable. If only you had Kirishima's quirk, then things might be a little easier. But then again, I ignore 100% of defense, so I have kind of an OP one. Well, not for surgery or anything, but you get the point. Now hand me that over there. Careful. Delicately. Great. Nomu, we got some work to do. Don't mind this big oaf. There's a good reason why he's here. He's very delicate with things, this particular one. Now, time to make the incision. You shouldn't be here. You're too involved.
Then, I'll wait outside. Tell me when you're finished.
We will. I'll do my best. Oh, buddy, oh, pal.
Now, I may not be involved in this directly, but I sympathize with you.
I appreciate your concern. I just hope things go well.
You've made a great enemy. Someone who I once knew. As far as I can tell. A great figure behind the Heroes Association. He is someone not to be trifled with.
I think I more than understand. But it doesn't matter now. The only thing I can do is leave things in Shigaraki's hands. At least until I find a way. A way to solve this with my own intelligence, with my own efforts. But then again, there's only so much I can do on my own. There is so much that it feels overwhelming. So many things that I can't help but just think about. dwell on endlessly. And yet, I know that's not the method of curing. No more than anything else. It must be done in a proper way. It must be handled in a way that makes progress. Then how? How can I expect things to get better if I don't even know where to begin?
My thoughts on things, such as this, are quite simple. Being patient when you have no time is neither prudent nor exemplary. You must make haste, and the more that you can figure out on your own, the less your anxieties will come true. Now, instead of dwelling on it, why don't you go to where you know you belong? A place that may hold the answers.
Are you telling me to go visit a place with no one I can trust? What purpose would it hold? Kurogiri, do you really think the Heroes Organization has anything left for me? I used to believe them until my own father was the only one willing to help me. And yet even his help was arguably against me. I was a fool to think I could rely on anyone but those who prove themselves.
There is one that seeked you out, one that is important. And yet, I don't think you'll understand if you don't give him a choice or a chance.
And who is it? Who is this mystery that you speak of?
He is waiting outside. I pray you will give him your time, and we can be done with this nonsense before it rises to something truly disgusting.
I will try, Kurogiri. But my heart, my life, my blood, it all is for them.
As I understand, as a father, and someone who used to love someone like you do, all the more important for you to take time and consider the help from others. You are no island, like I was not.
Perhaps I won't fail where you did. Don't assume I'm like you, Kurogiri. Don't even start to. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Shoto Todoroki. I pray you will not let pride blind you or hurt cloud your heart. I will do my best to see what I can find out.
Then you have my thanks. Farewell. I wonder who it could be. Who is it that still trusts me? Or is it some kind of a trap? Am I a fool to trust even leads from almost complete strangers? Someone who prior was working against me. Kurogiri, he saved my enemies. But now I'm desperate enough that I don't care who is friend or foe. I must really be a fool. But at least I'm a fool for them. They who deserve my foolishness. Is that Ida?
Is that you, Shoto? I have waited. I have heard what's happened.
Then why would you come here? Why would you trust me? Of all people, you know what I've done.
And that doesn't matter. There is a reason why I come to you today. A very good one at that. I not only trust you, but have reason to understand what you did.
Well, isn't this just a riot? Why did I do it then? What was my purpose, dear classmate?
Please, we do not have time, Todoroki. There is so much I must tell you. I've understood things from the side of someone neither too concerned with either side. It's not that I don't consider myself a hero, no, but I've seen it firsthand. People trying to separate us, manipulating us, and using us as they see fit. This is not acceptable, and I must show you that you've been manipulated as well.
There has been no such thing, Ida. And what makes you think that? There's been no chance, no possibility for such a thing. Because I have no one that could.
Then tell me, classmate, why are you a Shigaraki? Why would you work with a villain?
Because he was the only one. Where you all were concerned about what's right and wrong, he helped me.
That does not excuse what you've done.
And why not? Where do you get off judging me, Ida? Where's your supposed trust in your classmates?
I know what you mean. You're correct. Maybe it's true what you say. But if that's the case, all the more reason why I must implore you to think of things. Think of what you're doing. What it could mean.
I know full well what it means. If you think I don't, you're naive. I'm doing this of my own volition. No one is controlling me. Not a single person. Do you understand me, Ida? Or should I call you by your first name, Tenya?
I don't care about that. I just want to sort all of this out. I've seen so much that I never wished to. From friends to enemies, to infighting. And I do not wish that for you. Please, at least believe in me that much.
We shall see. But what is your information alluding to in the first place?
After confronting our classmate, Midoriya, I found out something quite disturbing.
And what's that? Why should I even believe you have contact with him? Last I knew, you were hunting him down.
That things have changed. Please, believe me. I only want us all to be able to return to being like we were those many years ago. I do not wish for strife among friends. Quite the opposite. It tears me up inside, and I despise it.
Oh. And what makes you think that's my goal anymore? What makes you think I care?
Because you always cared. You were always there for us. For Midoriya.
And what if I found out he was my enemy? Today's enemies may be yesterday's friends. It all changes when life and death is on the line, Ida.
It doesn't have to. And besides, the true enemy is manipulating us, making us go against each other. I wholeheartedly believe this, and you should too.
And why do you believe it? To a certain extent, I know. But do you even understand what you're saying? Do you understand why you're saying it? This is not a simple solution. There is none. Now, the sooner you stop wasting my time, the sooner we can all, well, get to our problems.
I have a lead for you. Even if we have our disagreements, I can offer you this at least. It's just a name, but it's something that was mentioned. By who? I'm afraid I cannot tell you.
And why would I want information about a name?
Because this name may be the one who's done the wrongs to you.
And what do you know of them? Tell me.
I know that they're within the Heroes Association, but I don't know why, or for what reason. They're simply known as M. It's all I found out so far. But this is not the extent of my research. I will continue finding out things until I reach the conclusion to this story.
I need more than a name. And what is this M person even supposed to be?
Of that,
I need to know.
And I do not have the information. I'm sorry about this. Moreover, there's just too many things to ask that I don't have the power to do so, even with the Ida name.
So you came here to tell me that? Is that all you have to say?
No, there's always more. I just haven't discovered it yet.
Doesn't this meeting seem kind of pointless to you? Is there really any purpose to it?
There might be more if you get your head out of your butt.
Oh, look. I guess we got ourselves a party now. It's a class reunion. Oh, wait. Did you make it to the hero course? I can't remember.
Why are you being petty? What's the purpose of it? I'm not here to tell you information. I'm here to tell you you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. That's just what I needed to hear. Now, why don't we all go have a tea party over there? And we can just forget the people who are dying over in the next room.
That's not what I meant. I meant you're taking this on by yourself. Did you forget what friendship is? Did you forget you're not alone in all this? We're all suffering, yet you want to act above us. I guess you're spoiled, aren't you? I always knew you were. A spoiled kid. Just still trying to push that on everyone else. Let's go, Ida. I've heard enough from him. Wait! Shinso! It's not like that. He's just... I don't want to hear it. You gave him freebies and this is how he repays you. Clearly, he doesn't even know what he wants, what he stands for, any of it. He's full of shit, and I'm not going to waste my time with that. Do you think I have time to deal with that? You said we were going to come over, that he would understand, but clearly, that's not how it works. I am sorry friend. This may not work out after all. I wish you all the best. And if I happen upon information, I shall do the utmost to tell you, despite our disagreements. How touching. Going to show pity on him now. And why would I care if you pity me or not? Get out of here before I decide to take out my anger on you. Both of you. Then, until next time. Shoto. Yeah, don't choke on your attitude now. Hope we never meet again. The same goes here. Now just leave. Leave us. I am sorry, Shoto Todoroki. It was not my intention. I had thought that they were different than they are. It is not their place to speak. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't have time to waste on them. And whether they have time to waste on me or not is inconsequential to what must happen. They must be better. I wonder how the operation is going. I'm afraid there's only one who knows the answer to that. And Shigaraki is going to do his best. I just know it. If nothing, he is passionate about you as a friend. You should at least take heart in that. I do. No closer a friend do I have. One which everyone wishes to damn. And I do not have the time to waste on their apprehension. Allow them to be fake. It makes no difference to me. I agree. There is no sense in changing the world. No sense in driving it from what its course already is. Only change what you believe in. And clearly your goal is set. So please, Shoto Todoroki, do things as you see fit, and I will do the same. And if ever you need me, I will gladly offer my services. To think you would offer them to me after you had that run-in. I didn't expect you to change heart. Make no mistake, I am not some kind of turncoat. It is only that I believe in you. I see what you're doing, and I know it is of pure intent. And that is reason enough for me. I do not serve any faction or interest. I only serve what I believe in, much like you. In that we can relate. Then I'm glad, and perhaps someday, we too will be friends. I do wish for that, Shoto Todoroki.
Yoo-hoo! You two, the patient's almost done. But what does that mean? Why, of course, that means the party's almost over.
How are they? Tell me now.
I can't say for sure yet. But it avoided the worst case, you see. It's neither the best nor the worst. So for that, you should be somewhat thankful. As for the rest of things, I hope things will go well from here on out. Recovery is always the trickiest part. But they're stable. As for a cure, I don't know if I'd call it that. I had to rearrange their DNA. Something that isn't easy. Not even for me. DNA is such a finicky subject. It never wants to do what you want it to do. And instead just kind of takes the path of least resistance. And then, well, I won't bore you with the game lingo. But let's just say there was a few critical hits there. And the blood you donated came in very handy. So, well, there is one catch, 22.
And what's that?
Don't sound so disappointed. It's something quite unique. They have quite a different nature, like I thought. Not necessarily for the bad, but there is something to note. Well, nothing too bad, mind you. They might need your blood.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, I infused them with something of an experimental drug. It made them sort of immune to the quirk-based poison. Whatever virus it was. At least that I can tell. But it gave them a new property. That of a vampiric sort. It's not that I intended for it, mind you, but there was no other way I knew. I had to make drastic ways to change things before they got out of hand. Otherwise, it was a guaranteed game over. A few times there, I thought it still would be, but luckily, your lover there is one tough cookie. Did you know that? I was quite proud of them, really. It takes a lot to survive intensive surgery. And they did it like a champ. So I'm a proud father of... Oh, never mind. You get the point. Now, once the patient calms down a bit, they might be needing a transfusion from you. Look, I kind of added a quirk to them. They're just a bit infatuated with you. And I could tell, even through their sort of nightmare. They love you a lot. Don't take that for granted. Never. Got it?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to keep you here, but since we have Kurogiri working with me, you two can go and enjoy the night. Surprisingly, things healed up. The wounds of the surgery were less invasive than you might think. So, they should be able to move around once they wake up fully. They'll be in quite a daze at first, though, so don't be too concerned. Now, there was one thing. Don't worry about if they're a little more aggressive. Look, I know you're not going to like this, but there was no other way, like I said. So, take it or leave it, buddy. I could only do what was scientifically possible. And besides, I'm more of a scientist than a doctor anyways. If we needed a doctor, we should have consulted Overhaul. I hate that guy. Okay, hate is a strong word. And I'm getting distracted. The point is the raid boss has been downed. We just didn't do it in the allotted time. So, let's make the best of it. Shall we?
I suppose. I'll take them away, I guess.
It's all fine and dandy. Don't you worry. There's so much left to show. And besides, now that you two are good and ready, you should be just A-okay. From here on out, that pesky virus hopefully will be subdued. And if not, well, we'll find a way. You hear me? I'm not giving up on you, and you can't give up on them. Deal?
Deal.
Now, au revoir. Time for you two to go and experience Nirvana together.
I'm not sure I follow, but thank you for what you've done. For what it's worth, I'll be in your debt.
No, it's not about debts. What did I tell you? It's about, well, being friends. That's all I'm really concerned about. So if you want to help me, be my buddy.
Very well. That I shall, Tomura. My love, is that you? Can you hear me? It's so good. You put up a good fight. I'm so proud. Now, what say you we get home?
So long. Thanks for showing up and, oh, what the heck. There's no reason for me to add anything. You have a good night, okay?
We shall. Goodbye.
Take care. Before anything else, appreciate that which has happened. That you still have your loved one intact. That is what's important. I assure you. Thank you.
My love, we've made it home. How do you feel? Dizzy. I would imagine so. I would imagine it's difficult. Feeling that way. You've been through so much. I only wish I could take the pain away. Take the agony from you. And give you even more than I already can. Was it painful, love? I see. I'm so sorry. I had wished to be there. I just felt as though my emotions would get the best of me, seeing you like this. I never wanted this. Not like it is. I love you, and that love transcends everything I am. It makes me more than I could ever be on my own. So, thank you for all you've given me. I am forever yours, forever madly in love with you, and forever your prince. Have you ever saw me as a prince before? I hope at least some of the times I've been somewhat princely. It's sort of my dream since I was a child. To be that prince to someone special. To give my heart, like those in a fairy tale. And rescue those in need. Though sometimes I feel like lately I've been anything but that. It frightens me, but I have to admit, after you got sick, I was fearful, and that fear turned into anger, determination at any cost.
I kept telling myself, no matter what happens, I would save you. Even if it cost the entirety of the rest of the world, I would have taken them all down. One at a time or all at once. There was nothing which could stop me. Even to this point, I am determined to love. What's wrong? Why do you have that expression? Is what I'm saying, not you. I see. You needed blood, did you? It's alluring. It's something of a addictive feeling. You, in this feral moment. The intensity, I can almost quiver from it. Holding you close like this, the feeling is unreal. It only makes me want you more than ever before, and for that, I will act without inhibition. Excuse me as I partake of your neck. You're delicious. You might as well, love. I swear, we must be like vampires. Stuck in the cusp of depravity. And yet I regret nothing. Nothing at all. In fact, I revel in it. I revel in my princely fall. And so what? So what if we lose our humanity? I still love you like the day I met you. And I will always be your prince, even if it is a prince of darkness. May I tempt you with this offer of sharing in love. Baby, I want you. I need you. And I will have you in time. Of that, you can be certain. Enjoy the blood as I enjoy the soma from your skin. I've become something of a monster myself. The darkness used to scare me, but not if I have you. And what of my wandering fingers? They too hunger for you so vividly. Is there a problem with that? Does it bother you? My desperation to please you, to make you unfathomably and completely reveled in such events as these. I want nothing less than you, and nothing more. It is what I need. My carnal desire, it won't let me stop conveying these feelings. I simply can't stop myself.
Your tenderness knows no limits. Shall I take you in a new way? Oh, my love. You've had your meal. Now I will have mine. Baby. Yes. Now, as my fingers claim you, I cannot help but revel in it, but see you writhing in the monstrosity of my desire for you. Oh, seeing you, it makes me allured beyond words. Oh, yes. My fingers liberating you. It's infatuating. Do you enjoy it? All of my everything, baby. I love to see you vulnerable, claimed. You're all mine. Did you know? Now it's time for my own vampiric tendencies. My own inner monster to take you. Why don't you relax as I take care of your needs? Babe. Do I excite you? Because you certainly do for me. Now to hold you close and devour you with a single motion. Yeah. Do you like the feeling? Is it intense for you? As it is for me. I love enveloping you in my touch and my desires. They, one after the other, sweet release. I will waste no time today. My My inner beast will take you. Ah, 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 mm, ah, ah, mm, ah, ah, mm, ah, 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 mm, ah, ah, mm, 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 ah, 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 you will be mine. I cannot wait. My love. My. Ah. Ah. You. Ah. Ah. The monster in me will make you mine all over again. You're mine, my love. Baby. I fear I may be losing my mind with how the beast comes out. And I hope it doesn't scare you. I wish to be not a beast, but the prince of your dreams. I hope you can see that I'm truly doing my best. I will see to it that you are properly taken care of. I just sometimes, since it's been that you've been sick, it's so surreal to see you healthy, even if it's different. I care not if we're monsters. If we end up as Frankenstein's monster and a vampire, I don't have any qualms with that. And if it's all the same to you, it matters not. We are as one. Two sides of the same coin. And I wish for you to see me. See me however you wish, but accept my love and that we can truly share it together. You've been the apple of my eye for years now. I cannot believe we've been through what we have and grown together. I only wish that you can find true happiness and that the sickness, it leaves you alone. I have given up so many things in pursuit of it. I just hope that what Tomura has done will suffice as keeping you from all of those negatives that haunted us for so long. My love, I can't stand the thought of losing you. I can't live with it. A life without you is nothing at all. And I will have our life together. One way or another. We shall face it together, we shall make it our own, won't we? We can live in the day or night, just as simply as we could before. I'm still your husband, and I will continue to be for as long as time decides to pass on. We can leave the world behind, so long as it remains as indifferent to us as it has. Particularly more so. But I fear for you still. It almost seems surreal, too good to be true, gone in one fell swoop. My skepticism works against me as I just expect something to go wrong. I believe in you, and I believe in my friend. But I can't fathom that whoever has done this will just quit there. But I will kill them as soon as I can find them. It'll be a cold day in hell every day for them. But I don't want to talk about such unfathomable rage. I'd much rather focus on the here and now and enjoy the time we do have while things are great. My love, I will stay with you through the struggle and make all that which would try and hurt you be destroyed and turned to ash, dust on the wind, nothing but an afterthought, because to me, you are everything.